Hello, and thanks for joining me again today for another session of Me Programming Daily. I'll be working on drakon render again, and this time we're going to continue what I started yesterday, and that is the process of linking together existing icons provided by the user as input with valence points injected by the algorithm. And we have a number of things to clean up today. The first thing is we need to remove icons classified as dependents that are no longer dependents after the valence points have been injected. I think I have a reasonably good idea how to do this today. So I hope you have a drink of your choice. I have a still half full cup of coffee, and let's dive into the code. And give endpoints unique names. I think we're just going to park it for a moment. Remove icons no longer as dependents. Yes, so this is what we're going to be doing today. And I thought we could do that while balancing. See, the balance first slice is the key, I think. I spent some time thinking about this yesterday. And I think the place where we should remove dependents that are no longer dependents is, or should be, here. Somewhere. So this is the point where slice map. This is the point where we decide whether a valence point should be injected. So if key equals value here in this slice map, or row map, it means that valence point does not have to be injected if they are different. We need to inject a valence point like so. And the key here needs to have its dependence removed. Yes. So let's quickly transition to this function, to this module, where we have the update dependent. Let's create a new function called remove dependents. It just takes an icon, returns an icon. Pretty simple stuff. So we don't need a new name, just dependents. We want to clear them out. Maybe there's an even better way to clear dependents than here. Maybe we should do it I think it would make more sense to do it here. We just need to figure out a reasonably elegant way of doing so. We have a new icon. We could have an old icon as well. Some of the logic will be duplicated, but I think that's fine. And here, instead of using an icon directly, we'll use the old icon. And I think this should fix our problem with some icons still have, not in scope, still having incorrect dependents listed. Icon names of dependent icons. I probably should simplify this a little bit, like this. So now, if we look at this, let's not remove this yet. What we're looking for is 10 should no longer be here for icon 8 and icon 9. Again, this is a map, so we don't necessarily care about the order. Let's just double check if the dependents are consistent. They seem to be so far. 3 only has one dependent, and that's 4. 4 has 5. 5 should have 6. 6 should have 10. And it does. And now it should get interesting. 7 should have 8 and 9. And both 8 and 9 should only have one dependent that's a valent icon. Oh, and it's not here. V1 and V10. Okay. So this is not what we wanted. Oh, this insert width is probably to blame. Let's just double check. Insert width. Yeah, that is maybe not. Let's continue. Let's see what we get. So this didn't change anything. That's good. Yeah, this is not the best moment because this would be triggered for icon number 10, right? Which was here but needs to be moved down. So this is the wrong place to put that logic. Excuse me for a second. Okay, it looks like I'm back, and it looks like OBS is also back, so let's continue. Yeah, this was the wrong place to put that thing in. See, I feel that because we're doing fold else and we're going from the top to the bottom of the list of paths as we're balancing, we can't really tell which is the icon which dependents are moving. So I feel what we'll have to do is here we would just have to clean up all dependents and then re-add them here, regardless of whether it's a valence point or not. Okay, let's do that. We already have a DEF. Let's use GHI. And just as yesterday, let's take it slow. Okay. Oh. Oh, yeah. Yes, we can simplify this, I am sure. But first, let's do an outer fold. And also fold R, just for simplicity. So now we can restore this type, list of lists. And here, this becomes just a row. I think this should work. No. Oh. Okay, this looks correct. So let's just do a very quick exercise to check if we really do remove all dependents. Yeah, I can't see any dependents here. Okay. So now we can do ABC. Remove all dependents from B paths. And here, this function is not needed anymore because we know we will be inserting dependent names everywhere. And now we can remove it. Okay. Okay. Just let's take a glance. Icons 8 and 9 should not have 10 as their dependent anymore. Perfect. And they don't. At least 8 doesn't. And 9 also doesn't. But let's double check. Let's remove this last experiment because it's the same as the first one. And just quickly The dependents should be identical except these two, which should be removed. Okay. All right, so we already see the difference here. V1 is present, V2 is present here. V3, sorry, V4, and finally 10. So I'm very optimistic that this should work. Let's remove this for now. I'm not sure if this is going to actually be needed for now. Let's format, and let's take it one step further, but after a very short break. I'll be back in a second. Okay, let's continue. It looks like we're nearly there. And what I mean by there is we're almost at the place where we can feed the rendering engine the collection of icons containing the valence points. So remember all those days and even weeks ago when we started this detour to automatically inject valence points. It looks like we're almost done with it. Let's see if this is right. So before we feed the results of this rebalancing to this function, I believe, we will need to turn this collection into just a list. So let's see, what we're looking for is to extract only values from this map. Okay, so it looks like elms is the way to go. All right, so big moment. Okay. This is not in order, but that's fine. So we don't need to show it anymore. Right? Let's see where those icons are used. Paths. Refreshed positioned icons. I feel that now that we have the valence points injected, we will be able to simplify this layout engine dramatically. Let's take a little break. It is not too long. It is, 100 lines. But I do believe that now that we have valence points implemented, it should be dramatically simpler. And maybe we can even render from paths, not from icons. Now, wouldn't that be something? Anyway, let's not worry about this now. We don't need this DEF. We can just do. We can use it here instead of icons. Oh, let's see. Here goes nothing. So some of these will be updated. This is not updated. Good. Layout. We have a new layout, a new SVG. Okay, where are we? Let's change the theme. All right, what's going on here? I can't remember what we used to have here before. But it looks like we're not rendering a connection somewhere. We have one node starting here and one node starting here. Let's go back to the code. And let's see. Diagrams and the SVG. Oh, got it. All right. So we have question 2, question 7. Let's make it a little bit larger. And this as well. Okay, so there's something wrong with the rendering. But now we know, looking at the paths, that all paths here should be roughly of the same length. Well, starting at this point. So we should have valence point here, here, and here. Let's see what went wrong. We have one, 2, 7, 9. So this is not great. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is unchanged, naturally. Layout is wrong. SVG is wrong because it is generated for the layout. But the balance paths are good. Now let's see the rendered markdown. Now I know that the paths are correct because we saw them in the output. Now I think it's the next step for us, and it is to change the layout engine. To consider valence points and positions, basically we do not need this function anymore. Where was this? First paths. Because now yeah, sorry, I'm thinking, I'm not really saying much. I think the next reasonable step would be to change how our layout engine works. And maybe we can even implement the layout engine using only the list of balanced paths. I think it could be possible. So if we were to think out loud, path 1, meaning this, would go like this: title, question, icon 3, 4, 5, 6, and end. And path 2 would go like this. Do we have a title already rendered? Yes, we do. Leave it alone. Do we have question 2 already rendered? Yes, leave it alone. Question 7, do we have it? No, render it here where we have some room available. So this is your path 2, and you just proceed downwards. Path 3, proceed downwards. So the paths are really skewers in the drakon terminology. So they only go down. And I think I like that. I think we can rethink how the layout engine works, and we can implement it based on just those paths. But I think this is something for another session. Yeah, let me think about it, and we'll probably address it some other time. This time, though, let's just check the issue we started with. Correctly linked new valence points. They are now correctly linked. Let's PR this, and I'll start thinking about the next step. But that's for another day. For today, thank you very much for sticking with me. This is a very excited moment in the drakon renderer history, or at least in this drakon renderer's history. I think we're very close to leveraging the automatically injected valence points just a little bit of cleanup. And yeah, but that's in future sessions. For now, thanks very much and have a great day. Bye.